decided that Joe needed a break from all the decorating. So, and it was our anniversary, so we took a cruise, and just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. It was we're still on the cruise, so we have one more day. We're heading north, so we had 3 days heading south from Bayonne, and then we went to, I have to look because I don't remember, St. Maarten, St. John's, Antigua, St. Kitts, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then 3 days going back. So we're on our way back, but it's a little chilly outside, so we decided to make this video and just to tell you a couple little things about it. So have you been cruising before? You probably know this. And since it's Life with Marian and Joe, this is part of our life, so I just wanted to tell you. So a couple of things. If you're going to get the video, if you're going to get the internet package, and it's always a good idea to book it prior, because you can get up to 25-30% off. With Black Friday coming in, if you have a cruise planned, you might want to do that before. Then you can get a discount on that. The other thing is, so we're Diamond Plus, so we get 2 days free. However, they won't honor those 2 days when you get the package. So I got the 2 days free, and I gave my 2 days to Joe so that he was able to get that. So I just wanted to tell you, so when you're getting off the ports, from the time you get off the ship, the pier's rather long. So it's a long walk. So you're looking at anywhere from 700 to 750 steps, because I made Joe put that on his watch, or I don't know, Fitbit. And so that's set. So each way, so it's hot. So if you're not used to it and you're in 90-degree weather, it's a long walk. They do have a shuttle. Some of them, St. Kitts had a little shuttle, a bus, and that was $1 each way. So you can come and go. In St. Maarten, we get off, we walk the pier, and then we always take the water taxi, but there is also a regular taxi. The water taxi is $7, and that's both ways, that you can go back and forth, and you can go on the water taxi as much as you want. And then once you get off that water taxi, there's beaches that are right there. You need to negotiate your chairs. People will come up and ask you for the chairs if you say you know how much or whatever, or you're going to a certain place. So we got 2 chairs and an umbrella, and that was $20 for 2 chairs and an umbrella. Lizzie's usually has that deal, but again, depending on the time of year, and it's always good to negotiate, and you'll feel miraged if you do. Just say you have reservations and you made plans. And also Front Street, right behind where the beach is, has so many stores, little stores. There's shopping. There's actually a little casino there. There's jewelry stores. There's a cigar store, a cigar emporium. So I always go in there to get cigars for my nephews. And it's fun. It's fun to shop around and stuff. And they do come on the beach and they ask you for stuff to buy things. If you're not interested, you just have to say no, thank you. If you say maybe later, they will be back and be asking you again, or if you want a massage. So you have to just kind of be firm in what you decide. There is a cheese shop further down on the other side. We didn't go. We always go to the Dutch side, but there is a French side. In St. John's, in Antigua, there's a lot of different beaches. We went to, this time Dickinson Beach. And if you, like it was just Joe and myself, sometimes we go with a group. So if you want a private taxi, it's going to charge you more. But if you go on, and it's actually, you're in a van, and it's like $5 to the beach and $5 to the back. And usually what they'll do is you negotiate the time. You just say, listen, I want you to pick us up back at 2:30 or 3:30, and that same taxi van driver that comes will come back and pick you up. So that was a very, very easy process, and nice. And again, same thing with the chairs. The chairs there, I think we were $5 each or 10. I think it was $10 each. So we did $20. Oh, $20 with an umbrella, but then a tip for the workers, so it came to $25. So to go to the beach in St. John's, that was Dickinson's Beach, it was $20 round trip back and forth for 2 people, and then $25 for the chairs, which was $45. Also, a good recommendation is to try to get back to the ship at least an hour and a half to 2 hours prior, because sometimes there's traffic and then you're stressing. Then when you get closer to the port, you can also do some shopping there if you choose to do so. San Juan, there's a lot of different excursions. We just kind of get off and walk around a little bit and then come back on the ship. St. Kitts, we do a couple different things. Sometimes I think it's Carabula Bay Beach, and then sometimes we do the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. It's $59 a day, $59, and that doesn't give you food or anything, but they have the beach chairs and you have access to the pool and the ocean side, but it is the Atlantic Ocean. So just wanted to give you some tidbits on that. And it sounded like I had a lot more to tell you before when I said to Joe, let me make the video about the traveling. But most important thing, I think, is that you have to remember that every cruise is a different cruise. You know what? So you always expect the unexpected. So you don't know. Sometimes when we left in October, we had bad weather. We leave in November, or sometimes even in January, we have good weather. So you never know because the weather is so unpredictable. So you just have to make the best of that. The basic things when you're getting off on the island is to just make sure you negotiate prices before. Because as I said, when we went to the beach in St. John's, we paid $20 for myself and Joe, and the family next to us charged them $50 one way. So he was a little upset when he found that out. And then on the way back, it only cost him $20. So he felt like he got ripped off. It's not like you decide what you want to do, but he felt ripped off. So it's really, really always important to negotiate a price before, and you just ask if you're not happy with what it is. And the other thing is you have to do what you enjoy. If so, like we like to go to the beach. Some days if we're tired, we might just decide we're going to walk around and not go to the beach. So it's kind of what you want to do, and it's your vacation. If you want to just hang out and relax, or whatever you choose to do, just, have a good time, and just, again, take every cruise for what it is. The people on this cruise, the workers, Odyssey of the Seas, are absolutely wonderful. When we came on, I saw the captain next. I said, Joe, is that the captain? And I was thinking, wow, they're making the captain go through security. But it wasn't. His wife was getting on the cruise ship, so he was meeting her there to bring her on. So Joe said to me, no, that's not the captain. I said, oh, yeah, that's the captain. I remember him from the last time. His captain, Merrick, very, very nice gentleman. And he was bringing his wife aboard. And he said, I said, oh, my God, I can't believe you're the captain, right? And he said, yes. And I said, oh, they make you go through security? And he said, well, I don't mind. It's fine. But then I realized he was bringing his wife through. Very, very down to earth. The same thing with the port. That gets a little bit crazy. And the other thing is, like, when you're packing, always, even though you go into the Caribbean, try to bring a sweatshirt or a long sleeve top or sweaters, because even though you're in the Caribbean at night, and a lot of times even on the ship, the shows and some of the venues get cold. So you should always have like a sweatshirt or a sweater or a little, cool jacket to have with you. So that's basically it. We have one more day and then we'll be back, and Joe will be going crazy. He's already been scrambling and scribbling all his designs on sheets of what we have to do, and I have to order a few items for him for when we get back. And just wanted to touch base with you all and say hi and share some of our experiences. Okay, if you have any questions, you can text. I'm not good at answering back, but Joe will answer back. All right, anything else? Joe, you want to say hi too? Okay, I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but that's how my mind works. Crazy. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.